Right now, the latest after an incident at Elver Park overnight. Find out how fireworks were involved.
Plus, where in Wisconsin a famous rock musician is opening up a new restaurant.
And Biden is in Madison. What's at stake as he tries to rally voters after the debate.
And it is dry for now. We're looking at some sun, but more scattered storms expected to pop up later today. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Good Friday morning and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Michelle Renee Quinn.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you had a great 4th of July last night. We have a lot to get to this morning. We have more rain in the forecast. We have President Biden is going to be in town today. We have some breaking news to get to in Sun Prairie. But yeah, Michelle Renee, more rain in the forecast.
Let's send it over to our meteorologist, Kelly Slifka. Tell us about it.
Do you know anything else than rain since you've been here? I mean,
no.
Seriously, it does not want to stop.
It's not usually this wet here.
Yeah, okay, I'll believe you guys.
And last summer we couldn't buy a drop of rain, but this year has been just unbelievable. Right now it is quiet. You can see a Picnic Point. Fairly calm waters out there on Lake Mendota this morning from our Edgewater Sky Cam. So quiet right now, but we have this storm system. Very unusual for July to see this kind of a storm system coming out of Canada and just kind of reside over the Badger State. So not a lot of organized precipitation, but once we get some of that heating from the sun, that'll fire up some of these showers and storms as we get into the afternoon hours. And it's going to be unseasonably cool for the 5th of July. Typically, we're talking about heat and humidity, but not so much today. We had the showers overnight. That has now moved over toward Lake Michigan. And for our future track radar, maybe a couple of showers up to the north this morning, but I think most of our areas should be dry until we get into the afternoon hours. So we are expecting more scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms. Rather cool for this time of the year with highs only in the low 70s. It looks like it'll be dry tomorrow. That'll be the best day of the weekend with temperatures in the getting close to 80. 64 right now in Madison, 64 in Windsor, 65 currently in Middleton. We're calling for winds out of the southwest right now as we'll look at partly sunny skies this morning as temperatures rise through the 70s, and we'll see some of these scattered showers and storms fire up going in the afternoon. We'll track those for you coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, talk to you then, Kelly. Thank you. Now back to our breaking news this morning in Sun Prairie, where a home is severely damaged after a fire. This house is on Allen Avenue, a block north of Main Street. Sun Prairie Fire Department says the fire started outside overnight, then led to the garage and the rest of the house. We do know the fire is out, and we've learned that there is about $250,000 in damage. The garage suffered a lot of that. And 2 people who lived there and a dog were able to make it out safely. The fire department from Madison also helped out. We're going to provide you some more updates on the situation in Sun Prairie whenever we get them. Also, overnight, police break up a 4th of July party at a Madison park.
Officers responded to Elver Park when they were told about a fight going on. This is video from us as police were at the park. They found about 500 people at Elver Park lighting fireworks. Police attempted to close the park and maintain order, and at that point, some at the park attempted to light fireworks at the officers. No one was injured or arrested.
In Fitchburg, one person is in custody after a road rage incident that involved a firearm. Fitchburg police officers responded to Fish Hatchery and Greenway Cross. A driver reported the suspect pointed a gun at him. Officers later found the suspect's vehicle parked somewhere else, but then say the suspect came back and got in the car while still armed. They then somehow took the suspect into custody without incident.
A man is in jail this morning after a shooting in Columbus left another man dead. It happened around 1:30 in the morning yesterday on Ludington Street, where hours later the town's 4th of July parade was supposed to take place. The shooting forced officials to reroute it away from the crime scene tape. A suspect was arrested hours later in Madison at a hotel on the city's east side. Officers believe 2 groups of people were involved in a fight before the shooting.
The victim was walking with a couple of other people, and when this happened, and then very shortly after, some friends and other associates of the victim showed up. He was rushed to the local hospital here, where he passed away shortly after, is now deceased.
The Columbus Police Department will share more details about the shooting this morning.
6:04 now. One person is dead after a car crash on Madison's north side. It happened yesterday morning around 4:30 near the intersection of Packers Avenue and Tennyson Lane. Madison police, along with officers from 5 other departments, responded. We do know that 2 people are now in custody connected to this crash. Police have not yet released any information, though, about who died in this crash. nor who was taken into custody. We do know it's an ongoing investigation, so we'll be sure to keep you updated when we learn more.
In Janesville, authorities say a fire at a real estate office has left behind more than $250,000 worth of damage. The fire was reported yesterday morning at the home of Real Estate Nerds, an agency on East Memorial Drive. Firefighters were able to quickly put out the flames and no one was hurt. An investigation to learn how the fire started is underway.
All right, now to the big story of the day as we take a live look at the White House, where President Joe Biden is waking up and will then fly to Madison today for a campaign rally. It comes amid heightened concerns about the president's age and mental fitness. Some within his own party are calling for him to step back, but Biden nonetheless has insisted he'll continue. He's now trying to maintain support ahead of the election. Biden's trip to Madison today will be his second of the year. Last time he was here, he spoke at Madison College to present a new effort to cancel student loan debt. News 3 Now will have live team coverage of the president's visit to the capital city today, so follow along with us on air, online, and the Channel 3000 mobile app.
President Biden is taking part in the damage control after his debate performance. He says he, quote, screwed up during the televised debate with former President Donald Trump. But some are aiming to minimize the debate performance in comparison with his record as president.
Did he have a bad debate last week? He sure did. Does that mean that the last 3+ years of accomplishments and bringing this country back together and putting this country back on its feet should just be forgotten in an instant? Absolutely not.
President Joe Biden appeared on a talk radio show to reiterate his intentions to remain in the race.
Now, on the other side of the aisle, former President Donald Trump has been staying busy. Following the presidential debate last week, he now has another race-defining moment to focus on, and that is the rollout of his vice presidential pick. Julia Benbrook has the details of the VP shortlist.
As the Republican National Convention nears, speculation about former President Donald Trump's running mate continues.
We'll be making a decision sometime early convention or before convention.
While several names have been discussed, there could be a surprise pick, especially if there was a change to the Democratic ticket. But as of right now, the shortlist for the job includes Doug Burgum of North Dakota, a 67-year-old second-term governor with a conservative track record.
He's got so many good choices that he can pick for this job. He can probably win the election without a vice president.
J.D. Vance, a 39-year-old senator from Ohio who is an outspoken supporter of Trump in Congress.
My attitude on the vice thing, Margaret, is look, if he asked me, I want to help him, and of course I would be very interested in the job.
And Marco Rubio, a 53-year-old senator from Florida who was first elected to his office in 2010.
Either way, whether I'm in the Senate or I get a chance to serve in the executive branch, I want to be a part of these issues that we're facing at this moment in our nation's history because they're that important.
Last week, aides and production staff were sent to Trump's resort in Miami to build out a space for a rally scheduled for July 9th. The timing and proximity of the rally to Rubio's home are sure to ignite predictions about Trump's selection. But sources familiar with the event planning said that it was purely coincidental. Each of the top contenders has at one time been critical of Trump, with a playlist of TV comments, and Democrats will surely play the tape to use against them. Even those closest to the former president continue to insist that they are in the dark as to who his ultimate choice will be. Reporting at the White House, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Former President Trump has previously said he would announce his selection at the Republican National Convention. That convention is set to take place in Milwaukee from July 15th through the 18th.
14 years of Conservative Party rule have come to an end in the UK as Labour candidates secured a landslide victory. This means party leader Keir Starmer will be the next Prime Minister. He spoke with supporters in London saying it's time to put country first and party second. Earlier, the outgoing Prime Minister Rishi Sunak conceded that Labour had won the election and he took responsibility for the loss. And within the last few hours, he's announced he will step down as leader of the Conservative Party. One of the surprises of the election has been the relatively strong showing of the Reform UK Party. Its leader, Nigel Farage, who promoted Brexit, will win a seat in Parliament for the first time.
6:09, Gene Simmons, yeah, that Gene Simmons of the band Kiss, is opening up a new location of one of his restaurants, Rockin' Brews, here in the state. It's inside the Potawatomi Casino Hotel in Wabeno. It's the second Rockin' Brews at a Potawatomi casino. The first is in Milwaukee. This week's grand opening celebrates an ongoing relationship the Potawatomi Casino Hotel has created with Simmons and co-founder Paul Stanley, also of KISS.
These folks have treated us kindly and brought us into their family, and it begins and ends there.
Doing business means working together on the design of the restaurant and its 3,000 square foot space.
The Rock and Brews team did a great job of really understanding this community and incorporating the Forest County Potawatomi elements into the design of the restaurant.
Menu items include the Rockin' Hot Wings, the Alice Cooper Poison Burger, and the Demon Chicken Sandwich. There are also 24 beers on tap.
Now that Demon Chicken Sandwich sounds good.
Doesn't it sound tasty?
It does.
Got to give that a try.
Meanwhile, South Padre Island is off the coast of Texas. It's dealing with a spate of shark attacks. One sighting was caught on camera. Take a look at this. You can see just how shallow of water that shark is in. Officials there confirmed one person was taken to the hospital after being attacked, but their condition is unknown at this time. The Coast Guard used drones, helicopters, and boats to keep people out of the water.
Boy, not what you want to see if you're out on the beach celebrating the holiday or any time for that.
Definitely not. And, you know, if you're tired of all this rain, you might need a late nap because the rain is not slowing down.
No, it's not.
We need to send it over to meteorologist Kelly Slivka. Tell us what's coming up.
Yeah, we got more rain in our forecast today, some scattered showers developing, and we're talking about Beryl that may be affecting South Padre later this week. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Also ahead, who took home the mustard belt this year? We know it wasn't Joey Chestnut. Find out who won it. Coming up in sports.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning, brought to you by Toyota.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, you can lease a tough new 2024 Tacoma for $319 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Get an 11% rebate on everything. We carry the largest stock selection of Hunter ceiling fans. They add light, comfort, and style to any room. This Aegis ceiling fan is $99.89 after rebate. Complete your project with Southwire. From wiring and cable to testers and tools, Southwire has the supplies for your electrical needs. Get an 11% rebate and all Southwire electrical tools and cables at Menards. #1 in customer satisfaction among home improvement retailers, according to J.D. Power.
Save big money at Menards.
You've got this. You didn't think your sister would take you up on the dog sitting offer, but here you are. Barriers purchased. Doggy distractions, no expense spared. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft grace zone. So when you have to make a purchase, or 7, to prepare, you can be sure we're looking out for you, so you can look out for him. You've got this with Associated Bank.
To stay on top of my game, I need to keep up my energy.
Cliff Bar is purposely crafted with 10 grams of protein and organic oats.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
Cliff, the most important ingredient is you.
Talk about fireworks. Check out these offers during the extended 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup. And check out the Factory Direct Summit, now only $299.99. Purchase a Tempur-Pedic and score a $300 gift, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Brothers Maine enjoys 4th of July festivities with family, friends, and fabulous kitchen and laundry deals. Our fireworks of savings on GE appliances and free delivery will make you ooh and ah. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues. Ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
You're watching News 3 Now This Morning. Voted 2023 Best Morning Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
All right, good morning. Meteorologist Kelly Slifka out on the damp patio. It's not raining right now, but, you know, this has been the ongoing story for the last several months where everything's just damp. We continue to get the rain. We've got more scattered showers in our forecast again today. Very unusual weather patterns setting up. We've got this upper level low that's coming out of Canada. You typically don't see this in July, maybe in April, maybe May, but not this time of the year. But this is what we got going on, this upper level low. So not real organized showers or storms rolling through today, but enough instability. You get a little bit of heating from the sun that fires up some of these showers and storms that'll fire up during the afternoon hours, and that's what we got going on. It's not going to rain all day by any means. It's just one of those days. Once again, you're going to have to keep an eye to the sky and may have to run for cover. The rain that we had yesterday is now off the coast over Lake Michigan. We've got dry weather for now. Don't have it in the Yucatan Peninsula. This is just near Cozumel, Category 2 hurricane. Right now, winds of 110 miles per hour. Moving over the Yucatan. Now, it's going to weaken, obviously, over land. It's losing its energy source, but once it reemerges in the Gulf, it likely will strengthen. And right now, some of the eyes are focused on South Texas, South Padre Island, Brownsville, Texas, then eventually moving inland. Could be affecting much of the Lone Star State going into next week. Rainfall today for us, now it's going to be scattered, but if you get under one of these heavier showers or storms that develops, could be talking about an inch of rain. Better chances up to the north, lesser chances down to the south. As we track this out, temperatures only in the low 70s today, but enough heating from the sun. We've got this cool air aloft that provides that instability that will fire up some of these widely scattered showers and storms, maybe a brief heavy downpour. Just going to have to keep an eye to the sky. As we get toward about 8:30, as the sun's going down, a lot of this will start to dissipate going into the evening hours, and kind of cool for this time of the year. Right now, 66 in Madison, 66 in Janesville, 64 in the Dells. Not a bad start to the morning with readings in the 60s, 67 currently in Sun Prairie, and also Cottage Grove, 66 right now in Stoughton. First warm forecast, scattered showers and storms again today. It's not going to be widespread, but once again, we're going to have to keep an eye to the sky this afternoon. Tomorrow, hey, maybe a dry day, but this is all we can seem to manage is get one dry day before more storms roll into our forecast Sunday into early next week. Temperatures near 80 starting next week.
Boy, just cannot shake this active, wet, rainy stretch, huh?
You know, I don't think I've ever seen a weather pattern like this.
And you've been doing this for a long time, Kelly, so that's
way long. Yeah, I've been looking at the weather maps, pretty much every day for the last 30 years, and yeah, I don't think I've seen anything quite like this what we're seeing this summer.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we're going to take advantage of that slightly sunny day tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow looks good. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Kelly. All right, in your morning sports, the Brewers looking for a series win last night over the Rockies. We picked this one up in the fourth. Milwaukee trailing 3-0. Andre Monasterio blooping a little two-run shot there into right center. And throws late. Two-run score, 6 now. Red-hot rookie Jackson Chourio. He's going to blast one over the center fielder's head. Off the wall. That's going to bring in Rhys Hoskins home to tie things at 3. That's not going to last, though. The Rockies would come back and take this one to win it 4-3. Your final there in Colorado.
And the 4th of July is not complete without the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. CBS's Bradley Blackburn shows us the competitors who feasted on a lot of Franks yesterday.
2, 1, put down your hot dogs! With the dogs down, it was a nail-biter on Coney Island as judges counted the crumbs to determine a winner at Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest. Patrick Bertoletti! In the end, Patrick Bertoletti of Chicago was crowned top dog, gobbling down 58 hot dogs and buns, a personal best.
I can't believe I ate that many. That plate of hot dogs is really heavy.
Thousands of fans flocked to the Frank Fest.
It's a little disgusting, but it's a lot of fun.
We're out here watching people eat hot dogs. Like, you can't get better than that.
With competitors from more than a dozen states and 5 continents, the one who chokes down the most dogs gets $10,000 in prize money.
A dominating performance.
Defending women's champion Miki Sudo of Florida took home her 10th title, setting a world record for the ladies, 51 hot dogs.
I can't wait for next year. I'll be back to beat my personal best, and Really excited.
A trade group says Americans eat an average of 70 hot dogs a year. The record here is 76 in 10 minutes. That astonishing record belongs to 16-time champion Joey Chestnut, missing from this year's competition. Fans were upset Chestnut was initially barred from the buffet over a sponsorship deal with a vegan product.
It's a travesty, absolutely un-American, and we will not stand for it.
Event organizers called off the dogs, but Chestnut decided to spend his Independence Day in competition with troops at Fort Bliss. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Coney Island, New York.
It's not the same without Joey Chestnut there. It's just not, but congratulations to the winners. It's just, if it's 70 hot dogs or it's 60 hot dogs or 50 hot dogs,
I think I can do
disgusting.
3. Max, maybe 4 max, I don't know. Still ahead, the world's second richest man is making moves and selling off stock.
Yeah, and coming up in our next half hour, how a dairy farm in Wausau is using social media to milk their work for all it's worth.
News 3 Now, moving forward in Madison.
We're a family-owned farm. With all the deliveries we make to stores and restaurants, when gas prices go up, we get hit pretty hard. We all know these big oil companies make huge profits off us. And I just think, how many guys like me do they have to screw over to make money? When I heard about President Biden's plan to crack down on big oil companies, I thought, okay, thank God. Because it's about damn time big oil companies started paying their fair share.
I have moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Now there's Skyrizi.
Things are looking up. I've got symptom relief. Control of my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And Skyrizi is proven to help deliver long-lasting remission at 1 year.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Now's the time to ask your gastroenterologist how you can take control of your Crohn's with Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
And done.
Can we just call my dad now? Gorilla Glue.
Of course.
Gorilla Glue is incredibly strong and versatile, even outdoors. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Blocked from watching the big match? Save the day by using the Bank of America customized cash rewards card and choose to earn 3% cash back on online purchases, like live streaming.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team. At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all-electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Now, get an F-150 with 1.9% APR for 36 months, plus 500 retail bonus cash, plus 1,000 retail trade assist.
And thank you so much, Teresa, for sending in this picture. This is a 4th of July sky. Look at that. We've got some stripes at
Just
night.
missing some stars.
They'll come out at the nighttime, though. So thank you so much for sending this in. If you would like to be featured, please feel free to send us a picture with the hashtag MyNews3Morning.
Cool pick. Thanks for sharing that with us, Teresa. All right, so for us to be talking about a car accident in Missouri, it's got to be interesting. Check this out. A trailer slid off the highway, loaded up, with dinosaur statues. It happened this week near Kansas City. Investigators say it had recently rained. The driver was likely going too fast for conditions. Imagine being the officer showing up to this scene.
Yeah.
What the heck is going on here?
And I just came from Missouri, but I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, you know there's a story behind it, and I can't wait to hear it. Well, Jeff Bezos is planning on selling $5 billion worth of Amazon shares. It comes after the stock hit a record high at market close before the holiday. So Bezos disclosed the proposed sale of the 25 million shares in a regulatory notice that he filed after market close on Tuesday. Bezos unloaded over $8 billion worth of shares earlier this year. So I wonder what's happening. A spokesperson for Amazon has declined to comment. Bezos cashing in on some of that Amazon stock.
And out, yeah.
Yeah, so get this, he still owns a huge chunk of Amazon, even though he's selling off millions and millions of shares.
Okay.
It's fascinating. A lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
And we're not seeing a dime of it. Well, you know, this rain, we just can't shake this rainy pattern that we're in the shower.
No, we've got more coming up, and unfortunately, we're going to have to send it over to our meteorologist, Kelly Slifka. What's coming up?
Yeah, you know, we just cannot quite shake this weather pattern. We do have some scattered showers today. It's not going to be an all-day rain, but it's one of those things where it's just going to be kind of a nuisance where you're going to have to maybe dodge for some of these showers that are coming through. And unusually cool for this time of July, only in the low 70s this afternoon. It looks like tomorrow will be better with some sunshine, temperatures in the upper 70s, but more rounds of storms expected Sunday into early next week. Highs next week near 80.
All right, we're going to have an update on that house fire in Sun Prairie when we come back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile. This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this 4th of July. You'll also receive the Power Swabs Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will get free shipping.
Don't burn up your money on high energy bills. Get new energy-efficient windows from Champion. Stay cool and save 35% off new Champion windows. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window. The more you buy, the more you save.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
Why always the couch? Does he need to go to puppy school? Get his little puppy diploma. How much have I been spending on this little guy?
When your questions about life turn into questions about money, there's Erica, the virtual financial assistant to help you spend, save, and plan smarter. Only from Bank of America. What would you like the power to do?
To stay on top of my game, I need to keep up my energy.
Cliff Bar is purposely crafted with 10 grams of protein and organic oats.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
Cliff, the most important ingredient is you.
Moving forward with node-positive breast cancer, my fear of recurrence could have held me back. But I'm staying focused and doing more to prevent recurrence.
Verzenio is specifically for HR-positive, HER2-negative, node-positive early breast cancer with a high chance of returning as determined by your doctor when added to hormone therapy. Verzenio reduces the risk of recurrence versus hormone therapy alone. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
I'm focusing on what counts.
Talk to your doctor about reducing your risk.
Right now, a deadly 4th of July shooting. How it impacted the town's holiday celebrations.
Plus, President Biden in Madison. What's at stake as he tries to rally voters after the debate.
And after the rain yesterday, we do have quiet weather for now, but more scattered showers and storms firing up later today. We'll have more coming up.
All right, good morning, everyone. Here on a Friday. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Michelle Renee Quinn. Thanks so much for joining us. And if you look outside your window, it might be raining or pouring, but we've got Kelly Slifka here to tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so Kelly, we've got a little bit of a break, but not much, huh?
Yeah, it looks like we will see more scattered showers and storms fire up again this afternoon. This has just been an ongoing situation that we just cannot quite shake this weather pattern. But right now, our Edgewater sky cam, Lake Mendota looks pretty calm. We just have some cloudy skies. It looks a little bit ominous, but nothing falling from the skies right now, but that will likely change later today. Have this upper level low that's just spinning across northwestern Wisconsin, southern Minnesota. That's going to be with us, and that's providing enough instability that as we get a little bit of heating from the afternoon sun, we are talking about some scattered showers and storms to fire up. We had the rain overnight. That's moved on to the east. Now we are quiet for now. Can't roll an isolated shower this morning, but better chances as we get in the afternoon. As we take a look at our future track, just a couple of showers this morning, better chances going into the afternoon. So that can be a complete washout, but one of those days that we're going to have to dodge some of these scattered showers. And rather cool for this time of July, only in the low 70s. Looks like tomorrow will be dry. That'll be the dry day of the weekend. Tomorrow looks actually pretty nice. 66 right now in Madison, Brooklyn at 64, Middleton 66. Cloudy skies right now as temperatures climb into the lower 70s. A little bit of sunshine, but that'll create some of these storms later today. We'll talk more about that coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Back to our breaking news in Sun Prairie this morning, where a home has significant damage after a fire. That house is on Allen Avenue, a block north of Main Street. The Sun Prairie Fire Department says the fire started outside and then led to the garage and the rest of the house. That fire is now out. The scene is clear. The home, though, is not in a livable condition. We've learned there is about $250,000 in damage. The garage suffered a lot of that. The two people who lived there and a dog were able to get out unharmed. Madison Fire Department helped out in this. We'll provide updates as we get them. Well, new this morning, police break up a 4th of July party at a Madison park.
Officers responded to Elver Park when they were told about a fight going on. This is video from us as police were at that park. They found about 500 people at Elver Park lighting fireworks. Police attempted to close the park and maintain order, which at that point, some at the park attempted to light fireworks at the officers. No one was injured or arrested.
In Fitchburg, one person is in custody after a road rage incident. It involved a firearm. Fitchburg police officers responded to Fish Hatchery and Greenway Cross. A driver reported the suspect pointed a gun at him. Officers later found the suspect's vehicle parked somewhere else, and they say the suspect got back in the car, still armed, and they somehow took him into custody without incident.
A man is in jail this morning after a shooting in Columbus left another man dead. It happened at around 1:30 in the morning yesterday on Ludington Street, where hours later, the town's 4th of July parade was supposed to take place. The shooting forced officials to reroute the parade away from their crime scene tape. The suspect was arrested hours later in Madison at a hotel on the city's east side. Officers believe two groups of people were involved in a fight before the shooting.
The victim was walking with a couple of other people, and when this happened, and then very shortly after, some friends and other associates of the victim showed up. He was rushed to the local hospital here, where he passed away shortly after, is now deceased.
The Columbus Police Department will share more details about the shooting this morning.
Back to Madison, one person is dead after a car crash on the city's north side. It happened yesterday morning around 4:30 near the intersection of Packers Avenue and Tennyson Lane. Madison police, along with officers from 5 other departments, responded. 2 people are in custody in connection to the crash. Police have not yet released any information about the person who died or the people taken into custody. Since it's an ongoing investigation, we'll be keeping updates on channel3000.com in the News 3 Now mobile app.
In Janesville, authorities say a fire at a real estate office has left behind more than $250,000 worth of damage. The fire was reported yesterday morning at the home of Real Estate Nerds, an agency on East Memorial Drive. Firefighters were able to quickly put out the flames and no one was hurt. An investigation to learn how the fire started is underway.
Now to the big story of the day as we take a live look at the White House. That is where President Biden is waking up this morning before he flies to Madison today for a campaign rally. It comes amid heightened concerns about the president's age and mental fitness. Some within his own party are calling for him to leave the race. Biden, nonetheless, has insisted he will continue on and is now trying to maintain support ahead of the election. Biden's trip to Madison will be his second this year. He was last at Madison College to present a new effort to cancel student loan debt. News 3 Now will have team coverage of the president's visit today, along with all of our coverage here on the air. We'll have coverage on Channel 3000 on our mobile app. So if you don't have it, download it wherever you get yours.
President Biden is taking part in the damage control after his debate performance. He says he, quote, screwed up during the televised debate with former President Donald Trump. But some are aiming to minimize the debate performance in comparison with his record as president.
Did he have a bad debate last week? He sure did. Does that mean that the last 3+ years of accomplishments and bringing this country back together and putting this country back on its feet should just be forgotten in an instant? Absolutely not.
President Joe Biden appeared on a talk radio show to reiterate his intentions to remain in the race.
Now, on the other side of the aisle, former President Trump has been staying busy following the presidential debate last week. He now has another race-defining moment to focus on, and that is his rollout of his vice presidential pick. Julia Benbrook has details of the VP shortlist.
As the Republican National Convention nears, speculation about former President Donald Trump's running mate continues.
We'll be making a decision sometime early convention or before convention.
While several names have been discussed, there could be a surprise pick, especially if there was a change to the Democratic ticket. But as of right now, the shortlist for the job includes Doug Burgum of North Dakota, a 67-year-old second-term governor with a conservative track record.
He's got so many good choices that he can pick for this job. He can probably win the election without a vice president.
J.D. Vance, a 39-year-old senator from Ohio who is an outspoken supporter of Trump in Congress.
My attitude on the vice presidential thing, Margaret, is look, if he asked me, I want to help him, and of course I would be very interested in the job.
And Marco Rubio, a 53-year-old senator from Florida who was first elected to his office in 2010.
Either way, whether I'm in the Senate or I get a chance to serve in the executive branch, I want to be a part of these issues that we're facing at this moment in our nation's history because they're that important.
Last week, aides and production staff were sent to Trump's resort in Miami to build out a space for a rally scheduled for July 9th. The timing and proximity of the rally to Rubio's home are sure to ignite predictions about Trump's selection. But sources familiar with the event planning said that it was purely coincidental. Each of the top contenders has at one time been critical of Trump, with a playlist of TV comments, and Democrats will surely play the tape to use against them. Even those closest to the former president continue to insist that they are in the dark as to who his ultimate choice will be. Reporting at the White House, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Former President Trump has previously said he would announce his selection at the Republican National Convention that is set to take place in Milwaukee, July 15th to the 18th.
14 years of Conservative Party rule have come to an end in the UK as Labour candidates secured a landslide victory. It means party leader Keir Starmer will be the next Prime Minister. He spoke with supporters in London saying it's time to put country first and party second. Earlier, the outgoing Prime Minister Rishi Sunak conceded that Labour had won the election and he took responsibility for the loss. And within the last hour, he's announced he will step down as leader of the Conservative Party. One of the surprises of the election has been the relatively strong showing of the Reform UK Party. Its leader, Nigel Farage, who promoted Brexit, will win a seat on the Parliament for the first time.
Well, 6:38 now. Gene Simmons of the band Kiss is opening up a new location of his restaurant chain, Rock and Brews. It's inside the Potawatomi Casino Hotel in Wabeno. It's the second Rock and Brews at a Potawatomi. The first is in Milwaukee. This week's grand opening celebrates an ongoing relationship the Potawatomi Casino Hotels created with Simmons and co-founder Paul Stanley, also of KISS.
Folks have treated us kindly and brought us into their family, and it begins and ends there.
Doing business means working together on the design of the restaurant and its 3,000 square foot space.
The Rock and Brews team did a great job of really understanding this community and incorporating the Forest County Potawatomi elements into the design of the restaurant.
Menu items include the Rockin' Hot Wings, the Alice Cooper Poison Burger, and the Demon Chicken Sandwich. There are also 24 beers on tap to wash it all down.
South Padre Island off the coast of Texas is dealing with a spate of shark attacks. One sighting was caught on camera. Take a look at this. You can see just how shallow of water that shark is in. Officials there confirmed one person was taken to the hospital after being attacked, but their condition is unknown at this time. The Coast Guard used drones, helicopters, and boats to keep people out of the water.
Boy, not what you want to see if you're trying to do a little R&R on your holiday week there.
Yeah, I can't be resting and relaxing and floating when there are sharks.
Oh, goodness. Well, I hope that woman ends up being all right. The one who was attacked. Well, coming up after the break, we'll introduce you to a Wisconsin dairy farmer who's using social media to bring in more business.
And we do have a break in the rain for now, but more scattered showers are expected to pop up later this afternoon. We'll track them for you coming up.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This July 4th is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
After you've been in a serious motorcycle crash, there's a lot you may need. Medical attention, help with your bike, and someone who could get you the justice and money you deserve. Unfortunately, you won't get that by calling the insurance company. They'll try to use the law to their advantage. Call Gruber Law Offices first. We've been representing injured bikers for over 35 years. We get results. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Fire up the grill and get brats and buns for just $1 this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Now that's a meal deal. Get Hy-Vee's famous brats for just $1. Choose from 12 flavors of brats for just $1 each. And get 8 Hy-Vee buns for just $1. Burger buns for just $1 too. And while you've got the grill going, throw on some mouth-watering burgers. Fresh ground chuck, only $3.98 a pound. Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
When severe weather swept through southern Wisconsin.
This is a tornado emergency,
including multiple destructive tornadoes. Our team delivered the information to help you be prepared and stay safe before, during, and after the storms. Trust News 3 Now First Warn Weather. The nation's top call for action team is going strong at News 3 Now, with more than 160 cases closed and over $444,000 recovered. If you need help moving forward, call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We are back here on your Friday morning. Actor Alec Baldwin will be in a New Mexico courtroom next Tuesday. The actor is facing manslaughter charges in the shooting death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of the film Rust. A judge in New Mexico denied a pair of motions from the actor's attorneys on Wednesday. His defense team claimed prosecutors mishandled evidence procedures related to the case. Baldwin's legal team says since the weapon in question was destroyed from FBI forensic testing, it was no longer possible to recreate the examination. They add this lack of evidence played a factor in trial preparations.
A splash pad in Michigan is reopening after a shooting there 3 weeks ago. Visitors will notice some changes. Mental health resources are posted on entrance signs, and the park buildings were repainted from black to light blue. It's meant to represent a new beginning for the water park. 9 people were injured in the shooting, and fortunately, no one was killed. The suspect took his own life after officers surrounded his home.
Now to Hurricane Beryl, which just made landfall as a Category 2 storm. It's going to affect weather here in the States. Forecasters think it's going to weaken as it hits the Yucatan Peninsula today. After that, Beryl could strike southern Texas or northern Mexico. Rip currents are an issue, especially for vacationers in states along the Gulf of Mexico. And the Gulf Coast could see stormy weather along with flooding. In some other states, the impact actually goes the other way. Forecasters say a high-pressure system behind the heat advisory for parts of the southeast and east coast today. And if it sticks around, they say it could push Beryl away from the region.
Well, I wonder how that's going to affect us over here in the Midwest. Why don't we send it over to Kelly Slifka, who's got our first warn weather.
Yeah, you know, the prognosis now for Beryl looks like it is going to be hitting South Texas going into next week. So that's something that may become a factor in our weather going forward into next week. But right now, it looks like that's going to be mainly staying to our south. But what we got is more rain in our forecast. Not so much tomorrow. Tomorrow looks like the nicest day of the weekend. We're talking about temperatures in the upper 70s. One dry day, and this has kind of been the trend over the last couple of months. We get one dry day, then more showers and storms in our forecast, and that'll be the case on Sunday as temperatures approach 80 degrees. All right, I'm going to back up here. I want to take a look at some of the rainfall amounts that we saw over the last 24 hours. You know, we've been getting these rainfall amounts, and they've been basically a month's worth of rain in just a day. Not so much yesterday, but a couple days ago when we had 2-3 inches of rain. That's typically what we see in the whole month of June. And once again, yesterday, we saw some of those really heavy amounts up there near the Dells into parts of Sauk County. Iowa County saw some pretty good rains in Richland County, talking about 2 to 3 inches of rain. All that is now on to our east. We're looking at dry weather this morning, but that will probably change later today. And the heavier amounts of rain, even though they're going to be scattered, but if you get underneath one of these heavier showers, could be talking about maybe upwards of an inch. Once again, mainly to the north. The best chances will be coming in this afternoon. Enough instability, get a little bit of heating from the sun. That provides that lift that you need to produce some of these showers and storms that'll fire up. So most of the morning should be dry, other than areas to the north. Getting a little bit closer to the storm system, may see a couple of showers, isolated storms pop up. Here we're at 1 o'clock this afternoon, just to the north of Madison. All this kind of rotates on through southern Wisconsin. They'll be scattered, but could pick up a heavy downpour, at least briefly. As we get toward 8:30, 9 o'clock, most of this should have dissipated. We lose the heating of the sun, so things stabilize quite a bit. And it's going to be unusually cool for this time of the year. All right, 66 right now in Madison, 64 in the Dalles, 64 currently in Watertown, Janesville at 66. And we're all sitting in the mid-60s here in Dane County, 67 in Cottage Grove and also Sun Prairie. Oregon right now at 65. So our first warn forecast, more scattered showers and storms again today. Now, this is not going to be an all-day rain, but it's one of those things that you're going to have to keep an eye to the sky. Only getting up to 73. Our average high is in the low 80s, almost 10 degrees cooler than where we should be for this time of the year. A dry day tomorrow, and then we've got more scattered showers and storms Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're hoping we get rid of this weather pattern toward the later part of next week with highs in the lower 80s.
All right, just cannot shake this pattern, Kelly.
It's been insane. Like I said, I've been forecasting weather for 30 years, and I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this.
All right, Kelly, we appreciate it. Well, you know it's not the 4th of July unless Joey Chestnut eats a lot of hot dogs. This year it was not at Coney Island, though. He was disqualified from the Nathan's Famous contest. So instead, Chestnut took on 4 soldiers at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas for a hot dog eating contest. Chestnut ended up eating 57 hot dogs in 5 minutes. The soldiers ate a combined 49 hot dogs. Thursday's contest wasn't just for bragging rights, it was also for a good cause. 106 hot dogs were eaten, so $106,000 were then donated to military families.
A dairy farmer in Wausau is spreading the word on social media with more than 4 million views on TikTok. He's showing others how his small dairy farm is milking it in the modern age. Dan Hagan has the scoop.
Hey there, TikTok. Dairy farmer Aaron Ninnemann's TikTok following is growing, including this video with more than 4 million views.
This cow here is wandering in to milk herself. You can see she came in at her own leisurely pace.
It all started when he was looking to modernize the farm a few years ago, but he couldn't find anything for small dairies like his.
The reason I started putting it all on TikTok was to give other small farmers, 60, 120, 180 cow guys, an option that, you can do something like this without spending millions of dollars.
Ninnemann Enterprises Incorporated in Wausau retrofitted a barn using Lely milking robots, an investment that is paying off.
We are currently milking 134 cows with our Lely A5 robots.
The robots don't end there. Aaron uses another Lely machine. He calls it a Moomba, since it moves on its own, pushing feed closer to the cows.
So every hour on the hour it runs through to get rid of the task of going through 4 times a day with a broom or something like that. So this keeps the feed up close to the cows so they can continue eating.
Proving that through technology, small dairy farms aren't going anywhere.
It just makes it nice for a family farm that everything can get done kind of in a timely fashion, and yet it's profitable enough to keep on going.
In an age when many smaller farms are struggling, this Wisconsin farm that uses robots and social media could offer a new hope for the industry.
Yeah, the family adapting to stay profitable. That's what it's all about. Whatever they can do to make some money and keep the farm going. Love to see that.
Yeah, I guess you could say the dairy industry is moving forward.
Very good. 6:51 coming up in the morning sprint. How manufacturers might be able to prevent the spread of avian flu in milk. We'll have that coming up next in the morning sprint.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV and celebrate with them. Thanks for watching News 3 Now this morning. We'll be right back.
Wisconsin Broadcasters. Local, trusted, connected.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
today a little bit more special.
That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Wow, Wayne, that is a beautiful window.
It sure is, Jeff. It really tackles energy efficiency.
Sure has a nice slide.
It's one of the best screenplays I've ever seen.
They're so easy to close. I'd say it's a grand slam.
If you guys keep making those dad jokes, you're gonna be a real pain in my neck.
Oh, that's a good one. Did you hear about this one, Five?
Get as low as $18 per window and $81 per patio door per month. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Need inspiration? Shop Pick and Save. For over 30,000 mouth-watering choices, plus savings like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Pick and Save is worth it every time. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Why always the couch? Does he need to go to puppy school? Get his little puppy diploma. How much have I been spending on this little guy?
When your questions about life turn into questions about money, there's Erica, the virtual financial assistant to help you spend, save, and plan smarter. Only from Bank of America. What would you like the power to do?
To stay on top of my game, I need to keep up my energy.
Cliff Bar is purposely crafted with 10 grams of protein and organic oats.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
Cliff, the most important ingredient is you.
Oh, the weather. What's the chance of rain tomorrow?
Ooh, 80%. I make it rain. I make it rain.
Speaking of making it rain, at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, we have an average 95% payout, which leads you to more chances of playing longer and more chances to win big. Play longer, win more, chances are you're gonna like it.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
You have a consumer issue, and you keep getting the runaround.
It was just a total nightmare.
What you need is an advocate.
It's Call for Action to help me. Nobody else did.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team has the experience and resources to get results.
He was able to accomplish in a couple months what we couldn't accomplish in 4 years.
Need help? Contact us by phone or on channel3000.com. Call for Action, only on News 3 Now. Moving forward for you. The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
We're back. It's 6:53, time for the morning sprint.
We have an update to some breaking news in Sun Prairie this morning where a house is significantly damaged after a fire. That house is on Allen Avenue, a block north of Main Street. Sun Prairie Fire says that the fire started outside the house, then caught the garage and the rest of the house on fire. The damage estimated at $250,000. The two people who live there and a dog were able to make it out safely.
New this morning, we're learning about an incident at Elver Park overnight. Officers responded to the West Madison Park where they were told of a fight going on. They found about 500 people at Elver Park lighting fireworks. Some at the park attempted to light fireworks at the officers. No one was injured or arrested.
One person is dead after a car crash on the city's north side. It happened yesterday morning around 4:30 near the intersection of Packers Avenue and Tennyson Lane. Two people are now in custody in connection to the crash. Police have not released the information about the person who was killed or the people taken into custody.
President Joe Biden will be flying to Madison today for a campaign rally. This amid heightened concerns about the president's age and mental fitness. Biden nonetheless has insisted he will continue on the trip to Madison. Will be his second year in a row.
A possible cause for a salmonella outbreak in the U.S. and a treatment to eliminate bird flu in milk. Pasteurization. It's effective at eliminating avian fluid milk, according to research by the American Society for Microbiology. Data shows the pasteurization process inactivates the highly infectious disease.
All right, coming up on 7 o'clock, we are looking at some more scattered showers and storms to fire up mainly this afternoon. More widespread activity expected north of Madison and through the afternoon. Only in the low 70s today, so rather cool for this time of July. A lot of that shower and thunderstorm activity should end this evening. Otherwise, another day with some scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms today. Looks like a dry day tomorrow before more storms roll in on Sunday.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. We're back in 30 minutes with the news.